One more drink, one more drink. You know in the morning for sure we gon' stink. One more round, one more round. It's 5 a.m., you pricks, the barkeep frowned. This is what we do, catch up for a few. We'll riff and talk some shit and then we'll sleep till 2. Talk some shit and then we'll sleep till 2.
Hey, folks, here we are. Get your drink on. We might be drunk with Mark and Sam. We're here. What's shaking?
I'm chilling, man. What are you doing?
I just got back in town today from Raleigh, and I'll tell you, it's an hour and 8-minute flight. I love it. And took a nap, and I'm ready to have a cocktail.
Oh, what are you drinking?
Well, today I'm going right in with maybe the best scotch I own.
Wow, I want to see this. Oh man, you're going
Come on.
classy. Lagavulin 16.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where I got this. Somebody gave it to me, or it was a gift, but special occasion.
Ooh, class. That's a classy man scotch
Oh, yeah.
or woman. That's
Eh?
you know who's always drinking that on tour. I'm sure you know is
Oh, yeah.
Amy Schumer.
Yes. Maybe that's where I got it. I have no idea where this came from. I wish I did know. But yeah, this I've been sitting on this one, and it's the 12th ep. That's a milestone, I guess. 12 steps, 12 ep.
What did you do this when you were on tour with her? Because a lot of people may not know this, but you get the rider, you get it in your dressing room. She'd have the booze in her dressing room, which I'm sure she didn't take.
Yes.
And then you get the booze in your dressing room, which I'm sure you took. So you took yours and hers?
I took mine home. I took hers home, and I took all her food. I didn't want to be too high maintenance, so I was just like, give me one bottle of this and a couple of granola bars and some beef jerky, and I'm out. Because you don't want to buy beef jerky on your own. That shit's like $8.99.
That's such a man rider. I love it. Granola, beef, and scotch.
Yes, I want to just be able to throw it in my bag and get moving. I got my starch, my meat, and my liquor.
When I was out with her, I think I got your rider a lot of the time. So when I was out with her, I remember there'd be like Ardbeg, which is a great winter scotch.
Yeah, peaty, very good scotch.
Well, this is the king of peaty, Lafroig and Lagavulin, what you have right now.
That's true. Yeah, just that dark bottle. Oh my god, I love it. It's so thick and whew.
Smells like bacon, man.
Yes, much like my ex. But wait a minute. What is more overpriced? Beef jerky or printer ink?
I haven't owned a printer in years.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Do you even? Yeah, it's like whenever I talk to someone who's like 50, they're like, "You fucking millennial." That I don't own a printer, but I'm like, why do I need one? Like, I don't get what I guess like if you're writing a script and you want to look at it on a page rather than on the screen, but like I don't need all I'd really use it for is probably contracts. And then what am I going to scan shit? This sounds like I can just download an app. I can write my thing in. Like, why do I need a printer?
I know, but there was like a 5-year period where you kind of had to have one. Everybody printed their boarding pass. You had to print it out and sign it. There was always some need for a printer.
I would go to the store and print out my boarding pass, and then I would print the return ticket in the hotel lobby.
That's right. That in the little what do you call that? It was like the business suite or whatever bullshit. Yeah, which we've all jerked off in before. Let's be honest.
The business center.
The business center, yeah.
The center, a little grandiose.
I know.
I'm going down to the business center. It's one computer next to a bunch of like Chex Mix from the fucking area.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I hated that computer. It was always so slow. You had to log in. You didn't know your password. It was a nightmare.
There was always some old guy on it before you, and you're like, please just let me print out my fucking boarding pass.
Yeah.
He was looking at like sunsets. You're like, what is? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah. That was. Remember you might not have had this as a Manhattan kid, but growing up in the '90s, we had the computer room, and you had to have. It was like a designated room for the computer for porn, for eBay, for Googling stuff, directions.
Well, yeah, we did, and I remember the AOL it made noise. You had to be careful. Like you were doing a heist just to jack off back in the day.
Yeah, that was an exciting sound back then.
You had the towel under the door for weed, for the sound. The towel played a big role in adolescence.
Yes, and that towel was crunchy. Let's be honest. Oh man, that was a wild time. And remember jerking off with headphones in because I was like, oh, I'll
Yes.
be stealthy. But then you're also freaking out because you don't know if footsteps are coming.
Damn, that's right. Noise canceling. It's got its perks. It's also got its problems.
Yes, exactly. Just I used to do this thing where I'd watch Playboy TV, the Scramble, but you jerk off with one hand and the other hand was on the last channel button on the remote control. That was a big one.
The lasso, like someone walks in, you pull it up and you switch.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it.
Boom. I'm back on PBS.
Your mom's even more suspicious that you're watching PBS. She'd rather watch you fucking. It's like the thing is like, what's weirder, watching a 13-year-old boy jacking off or walking in? You're like, are you just watching Bob Ross? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm watching Julia Child. Mom, get out of here. Hello.
Well, I'm drinking an Old Pal. It's called an Old Pal. That's the name of the drink. It's a classic drink. It's basically a play on the Boulevardier, which is like a kind of like a Boulevardier is a Negroni, but with whiskey instead of gin. So it's Campari, sweet vermouth, bourbon, right?
Wow.
The Old Pal is what I'm drinking is 1 part Campari, 1 part bourbon, and 1 part dry vermouth, not sweet, dry.
Wow. Nicely done.
It's a good ass drink. Some people go a little heavier on the whiskey and a little lighter on the other two. I think it goes pretty well equal parts, but it's a nice drink, man. It feels
it looks good.
I drank it at a show the other night and I got everyone there. It was like, what is that? And the bartender tried and goes, I'm having one of these. Everyone started drinking an Old Pal. An Old Pal for an Old Pal. Old Pal is doing a podcast.
Yes. Here. It looks kind of almost fruity and punchy.
It's not. It's kind of like tart, but I don't like a too sweet cocktail except for the Manhattan is like the one sweet cocktail I like.
Yes.
But it's got a bite to it. Where like a Old Pal, it's like almost like I mean, it's weird. It's like kind of Campari with bourbon. I don't think you see it a ton. So I kind of like that.
No, great choice. I love it. I've never heard of it, but it's a good looking drink. It's something sad about calling your cocktail your friend. That's my Old Pal. The wife left me and this is the only thing I can rely on. Old tried and true here.
The only thing worse than Old Pal is Old Faithful.
Yeah, it's the only thing that I can count on to help me through life.
I didn't realize how sad. I thought it was like a joyous drink. You just made me realize how sad this drink is.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good cocktail, but yeah, there is something sad about calling your drink your buddy.
Come here, amigo.
Exactly.
What? Give me any toast this week?
Oh, geez. I wanted to. This is a weird one, but it's not a thing. It's not a person or an object, but I've been trying to get a little more, I don't know if classy is the right word, but I bought a watch. I got a watch.
Let's see.
It's a piece of shit. It's a Casio. It's $30, but I just love this thing. I love doing that move. Like, I love that. And then I have another thing where I'm trying to get a little more James Bondy, where I wear my jacket and I keep things in the inside pocket.
Ooh, I love
an inside pocket. Don't you feel cool pulling shades out of there or pulling a pen or whatever it is, your wallet? So I'm toasting the inside pocket.
Wow, that's a great toast. I love what you just said about the inside pocket because I never wear blazers. When I have a jacket within, I can't wait till I wear a blazer, by the way. I can't wait till I wear a blazer and it doesn't look ridiculous on me.
Yes, exactly. I feel the same way.
I think the Seinfeld look is like great. Jeans, a blazer, and like he's like the only dude left wearing Nike Shocks. That's like I've never seen anyone else. He's wearing like the 90s Nike. I don't know. Someone I think has a bit about this. How you wear whatever year you peaked in forever.
That's his bit.
It's his bit. Well, it's like that's what he did. It's like you're wearing the 90s outfit.
So true.
But yeah, the inside of the jacket pocket, man, it's fun to pull out shades. That's like the coolest pull out, I think.
Coolest pull. It just looks so classy. You look like a man. Like you got your shit together and it's tucked away. I don't know. There's something about it. And I'm with you on the blazer. I love a sports coat, but I just can't do it. I mean, I'm a child.
But we're like bomber age. We're like, you know, bomber jacket. Maybe like I have a couple slick jackets, but I always feel a little weird, you know?
Yeah, same. But that trench coat you got, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, I love a trench coat, man. If I see it, I'm not like a big go to the place and shop, but I found that at like Century 21, brought down a shitload of money, and it's just like, oh shit, I put it on, I was like, I feel like a PI. I fucking love this.
Yes, I love a trench, and I like an old Gordon Gecko, like the beige one with the belt.
Yes.
But I could never do it.
You could.
I don't think I could do it. That's so professional. It's so adult.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? We still feel like kids.
Yeah.
So we feel because of our careers. Like that's another thing Jerry would always say is that like however many years you've done stand up is like how old you actually are. So we're teenagers, right?
Right.
So you put a jacket like that on as a teenager. You were in our heads. It's almost like whenever I put an outfit on, I'm like, what's Colin Quinn and Keith Robinson at the Comedy Cellar going to say?
100% every time. And then you take that puppy right back off because like, I don't want to deal with it. But that's why I respect women. Women just wear what they want. Like my gal, she dresses very adult and sexy and professional, and it looks great. She's got these cool Italian boots with a trench coat and like one of those hats. And I could never do it, but girls can do it. Girls can be fashionable.
That's because women are supportive. No woman takes a fashion risk and rolls into a restaurant and has her friend roll her eyes.
They might do it internally, like this bitch thinks she's hotter than me. But
she gets up to use the bathroom. They're like, that was a bit much, but they don't do it to her face. They do it. Our guy friends do that to our face. Like,
yes,
I can't roll in like a new outfit, even if it's not bad, even if it's just new. They will make second guess it.
That's so true. It's so true. What is that in men? Why do we do that? We do it with everything. Even you get hey, nice haircut there, dickless, or whatever it is. You know, you just can't help it, and I'm guilty of it myself.
The only thing worse than nice haircut is got a haircut.
No, I know. Yeah,
you're just telling me that I got what I know I got. That's all.
It's almost like we're saying, I want you to be aware that I'm aware that you're changing things.
Yeah, you're not like we think we're getting one past them. Maybe my hair was getting long. Maybe it was time.
Yes, people get haircuts. It's not weird, but yeah, I mean,
people need to comment on it though. You're right.
They got it. It's a guy thing. And Jerry, speaking of him, he hates the bomber. He's like, you kids with the bombers, like get a fucking sports coat, get a jacket. That ain't a jacket. That's like a windbreaker. And I'm like, times have changed, you old geezer.
I think a bomber can look good, man, but I hear him. I think like, you know what? He was probably so successful when he was our age that he was like, it made sense. Also, no one rocked that shit in the 80s, you know, like
no.
He was rocking a suit. Like, look at those old Gary Shandling clips on Carson. He's in like Armani, you know?
I know.
Like they were just more adult than us. We have gotten younger and we're dressing younger too. Like our behavior is younger.
Yes. I mean, think about it. I was just talking to my friend about this. My dad, I saw a photo of him when he was 31 and he's in a full business suit, black business suit in the Louisiana heat with a briefcase. And I'm like, wow, I'm 37. And I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'm wearing pajama pants.
It's a pandemic. Crazy. It's weird. Yeah, I was watching The Odd Couple last night. Old movie, you know, Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon.
Sure.
And they have like a date and the women are just coming over to their apartment and they're in suits. They're not like, he doesn't have to wear a suit. He just put on the tie. They're like getting ready in a tie. I'm like, it's kind of adorable. Can you imagine if like we had a double date come over and I was like, you know, you're cooking in the other room. I'm like putting a tie on. I'm like, hurry up with the meatloaf, Mark.
So true. That's insane, but it is adorable. It's like Sunday's Best there's something innocent about it, but yeah, it's just, I don't know when that faded away, maybe in the 90s, but it just doesn't fly anymore.
Well, they're still trying to get laid. They just had a nicer exterior.
Right.
They were still
Right.
being dudes. They're still like, don't blow this. I'm trying to bang these British broads, but he's he's got a little tie on. It's cuter.
It's cute, but it was almost a respectable thing. Like, just have some respect for yourself. Like, we're going into a dangerous zone with sweatpants now. Sweatpants look too fashionable. I see guys in sweatpants
Yes.
everywhere, and I'm like, if you would have walked around in sweatpants in the 80s, you'd be considered homeless or unemployed or
A pervert?
a pervert. Yes, and now they look so normal. It's too risky. It's not healthy.
You know what it is? It became uncool to try.
Aha.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I think of someone like George Carlin, who like we consider to be one of the great writers of all time, one of the great performers of all time. Imagine George Carlin going into like a Brooklyn room right now with like rehearsed material.
Right.
Carlin's bit they would hit harder if after he'd be like, or whatever, and he's like reading them off a sheet of paper. They don't hit when it's like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. They're just like, look at this guy trying.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And we've kind of adopted that all over society. I mean, look at an airplane. Back in the day, you put a tuxedo on basically to get on an airplane, and now everybody on airplanes got flip flops on and a chihuahua.
That's such a good point, and it's because we're just jaded. We're not grateful. Flying is incredible. Think about it. Flying is an incredible thing, but we're just like, I'm wearing sweatpants. And look, security's gotten heightened in our defense. Like,
sure.
I'm not gonna put on like what are you gonna wear, like dress shoes to go through security? I'm wearing like fly knits. I'm wearing whatever I can slip off easiest. You know what I mean? But
good point.
But you're right. There was something about an airplane was like, man, that must have been like hot. That must have been like a hot way to like pick up a woman back in the day. She's in like, a blouse.
Right.
You're in a blazer. You're both on business.
Yeah. Well, I think a ticket back then was expensive and you appreciated it. And now, I mean, there's 18 airlines, there's Spirit, there's Frontier. We've really scraped the barrel here, and the ticket's $18. So it's almost like it's become more Greyhoundy just in the sky.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not that cool to fly anymore.
Right.
But I miss it. Like, I mean, look, I'm going to get back at it soon, but like, I liked my routine of flying where I can just like, zone out from the world. Like, there are very few places you can disconnect from the world.
Yes.
We're down to airplanes and showers.
That's so true. Yeah, you're right. Great point. Yeah, it's not much. And I used to be like, oh, my phone doesn't work, but now it's kind of a blessing.
Yeah, I definitely panic when my phone doesn't work. I'm not going to lie. Like, we've gotten it's funny when you watch like a revenge movie, you watch like John Wick and you're like, oh, that's how I behave when Wi-Fi goes out for 20 minutes. It's like, it's embarrassing, but it's good for us, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, just think of all the thoughts you had, I don't know, when you were 18 that were just swirling through your brain that you might not have now because you're on TikTok looking at some, dad doing a dance in his kitchen. It's
so true. And man, Scorsese had a great point in an interview recently where he said, like, movies aren't about an algorithm. You know what I mean? Like, algorithms are bad because it doesn't put good shit to the top. It puts what's getting engagement to the top. And engagement isn't necessarily good.
Yeah.
Whereas this dude, he puts so much work into what he does. And like, shit, if it was like, if whatever equivalent he was in another, say he was trying to break on social media, no one's going to see his shit.
Right.
They're going to see like the Transformers equivalent, right? So
yes. Great point. I mean, you can do that with McDonald's. McDonald's is 8 million served. It's got 6 million people coming out of there every day, but it's still shit. It's McDonald's.
I like McDonald's, but wow. I like it as shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But if we're putting top-notch restaurants, you're right. McDonald's is going to be the TikTok above it. It's going to be algorithmed above it just because it's hit more. So yeah, that's not a good measure of quality. It's just a good measure of quantity.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Algorithm, just the word upsets me for some reason. I'm just like, I don't like that I know the word. I don't like that we have to know this much. You're so right. Like people used to just be able to open their minds and just go for a while. Like I have to be like this clip, get this clip done, get this clip done, get this clip caption. Like you can't just disengage like you used to and still have a career.
I know, it's horrible. And some people have done it. But I think at our level, we're not there yet. Where we can just kick back.
But who? Like name someone.
Well, like, I don't think John Mulaney, who's a great comic, I don't think he's sitting around cutting up clips, but he's at that level where people are cutting up clips that they like of him and putting them on.
If he popped when he popped like 7 years ago or something, it's different. Like if he popped now, I think it would be different.
Really?
I do. Yeah. I think it's maybe not with like Netflix, who knows, but I think Mulaney's a beast. So I think no matter what, that dude is just inevitable, you know?
Yeah. Well, that was another thing you heard a lot. The cream rises. And you're like, yeah, I know the cream rises, but I also you gotta know that I've got cream. You know what I mean? Like just because it's good doesn't mean you know about it.
Yeah, no, it's not. And it's another thing when people, I think another thing, people want to discover shit on their own. Like how often do you recommend a show to someone and they're like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But they don't watch it. They want to discover the show.
So true. It's kind of like when you got that cunty boss, you got to let the boss think he came up with it, and then he's on board with your idea. You got to make sure he thought of it in a weird way. It's kind of human nature, but yeah, it's how people are wired.
Yeah.
It's like a blind date. Like if I'm like, you got to go out with this chick, you're going to love her. Oh my God. You're like, all right, easy. What's her problem? Why are you pushing her so hard? But if you had bumped into her at the Starbucks, you might be into her.
Yeah. Availability is unattractive.
Yeah. Oh, you got that.
I mean,
right.
it's speaking of Woody Allen. I mean, like, the Groucho Marx show, we've talked about it forever, but like why do we, I don't want to be a member of a club that's going to have me. It's so true. But in every part of your life, I think about that shit all the time. And by the way, speaking of blind dates, that was going to be one of my recommendations for this week. Rewatching old clips of the show Blind Date on YouTube.
Oh, I used to love that show.
Dude, it's such a good show.
Yeah.
The writers are fucking witty. Like whatever the captions they're putting, it's a train wreck. If you haven't seen it, it's like from the late 90s and it looks late 90s.
Yep. Horrible graphics, like weird pop-up animation. Oh man. And it was fun though. I mean, it was a slice of life.
It's so good, dude. And it's usually a train wreck of a date. Like they get I'm watching them drink and I'm like, they just have 7 drinks on a first date.
Yeah, they go at it.
That is like almost like they're like, this is America. This is what people do in America. They get this fucked up on a first date.
Oh yeah. And you can see every time, like you get 5 minutes in, you're like, they seem normal. And then 12 minutes in, you're like, she's got issues. He's a piece of shit. You start seeing, oh, this is why you're single and on a reality show, you fucking losers.
But it's so fucking on the nose where like, you're right. Where you're like, these people are fine. They're normal. And then they get a few drinks in them. Like on one of them, this woman went out with this UFC fighter. She's like, I like bad boys. Okay. Well, you got set up with a bad boy. He's a fucking professional fighter. He's a badass. He's like 6'8". He's big. And she's like mad that he doesn't drink. That's the whole thing. She's like, you don't drink. So he gets fucking drunk on the date with her. He's like, I'll drink. And then she's like, but you don't drink. And it's like, well, what do you want? It seems like he's doing everything. Seems like you want. It's weird when someone's an alcoholic and they're like, you're not an alcoholic too. It's like, well, guess what doesn't work? 2 alcoholics.
Ah, yes.
You need a sober guy who will hold your hair back while you're vomiting. That's what you need.
Yeah, so true. And he's UFC. He can carry you home. He can get you in a headlock. I mean, it's the perfect matchup.
You know what is even better or not? I think Blind Date's better, but do you ever remember Eliminate?
Oh, yeah. There was Eliminate, Blind Date, Fifth Wheel, and Next.
Next was trash.
I think that was MTV.
MTV is trash.
Horrible. Talk about algorithm dog shit. Yes.
But dude, Eliminate was like the 4 women or 4 dudes and the one, and they're trying to. So it's like by the last round, it was always like. It was always like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do to earn this spot? And it was like, one of them would take their shirt off. The other one would be making out with them. You're like, this would not fly now.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it.
It's so fun. And that was normal TV. That was on basic cable or prime time. And I think Singled Out might have been
Yes.
what is it? The gateway drug, or what do you call it? The epicenter, the beginning. What do you call that? When the first one that starts it all.
The groundbreaker. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
something.
you're looking for a negative term.
That's just a term. It was the precipice.
I don't know. What about, so were you Jenny McCarthy or Carmen Electra?
I watched both because I was into both of them, but I think Carmen Electra's got a better face.
Yeah.
But I hate Jenny McCarthy. I don't like when we call her funny. I'm like, no, she's wacky. She's loud and goofy, but she's not funny. She's got nothing. She's got no zingers.
You would have to, if you dated her, you'd have to pull. She'd be on. Like, you know.
Oh God, I know it'd be a nightmare. Yeah, like, look, you're beautiful. You got a hell of a bod, but I haven't heard one clever quip. You're just farting.
It was a lot of like, I'm hot and I farted. It was a lot like, I made a weird face, and you're like, fucking Jim Carrey. Holy shit, this is incredible.
Yeah. And by the way, Chris Hardwick, what a dream gig. You get to stand there, read a couple cue cards and talk shit and get away with it. He's smarmy. He's sarcastic. He was just being a cock to everybody, and it was great.
Yeah, that was a good. MTV had a minute, man. It's so funny how MTV just like collapsed. It's like,
yeah,
Viacom was just like, we're not going to adapt. So MTV, like, I mean, it's crazy to think how big MTV was.
They could break you. They could make your career. Like, we got it on MTV. You're in.
It's all just the internet now. It's so funny how it's like MTV. What was the last big thing? Catfish or like Jersey Shore?
Catfish. Yeah, those were both huge, I think.
But it's kind of done.
Yeah, MTV's over. But you know what was crazy about what's it called? Singled Out was that, you know, they'd be like, blonde or brunette, and they gotta go blonde. So they'd be, all right, all you brunettes gotta get out of here. And then one of them, when the lady was in the chair, would go, big dick or little dick? And she'd go, get rid of those little dicks. And a bunch of dudes just walked away. And you're like, wow, you're on TV just saying, I got a little dick and I'm getting kicked out. I was like,
remember that
with a tiny dick going, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is your TV moment. It was a nightmare.
That's hilarious. Women will fucking do shit with like no body shaming and then fucking that around the corner. Body shaming is disgusting. Big is beautiful. And you're like, all right, well, apparently only on your side. You know what I mean? Like,
totally. I mean, Chris Christie jokes are still flying.
It is a hilarious about, and they'll say, you know, women are more judged for their body, which look, they are. It's true. It's completely true. But it is hilarious where you're like, Chris Christie is like really fucking fat. You're like, fat. You're making fun of a dude who I don't know how he survived COVID. Like that's like a tough that we were like, you got COVID and you're like, I'm sorry, dude. This might be it.
Yeah, you're a goner. That's so true. And look, women are judged by their looks and all that. But let's not act like it's only men judging. Men do judge women, but so do women. I mean, I'm at a party with my lady and this beautiful girl walks in and I'm like, who's that? And my girl's like, I don't know, but I hate her. I'm like, you never met her. And then if a dumpy chick walks in, she's like, something about her I like. I'm like, you don't know her either.
But don't you, if a dude walked into a party and he's like jacked in a tank top, isn't there a party that's like, develop a fucking personality?
Completely. Yeah.
So I do get when women are like, she's a skank. I'm kind of like, yeah, I get it. I definitely have like if a dude rolls in like that, I'm just kind of like, nothing cooler to me than finding out a guy is low key ripped.
Oh, yeah, that is a good move.
Like our buddy Doug Key, like
ripped.
Like, but he doesn't show it off at all. He's like a dude that like you only find out he's ripped because you like, you know, went to a swimming pool with him and you're like, oh shit, that guy's jacked.
Yeah. Yeah. He could have posted 8 million photos and he never did.
Yeah. Cool. There's something about, I mean, like, look, I mean, but also if you're a comic, that's the thing is like, don't you want to lead with your personality?
Of course. You'd think, I mean, for most of us, that's all you got.
Yeah. Let me see what I got can I give you a pet peeve?
Oh, please. My favorite part of the show.
This has become my favorite part of the show too. The pet peeves. So here's one that's for me is, and I don't mean to be insensitive. If you're an addict, I think it's great that you're working on shit. I really do. But here comes the but. The addict making amends and how it's still all about you. Okay.
Interesting.
So I got a call. He's a friend of mine. I still like the guy. I really do. But I got a call. He texted me first. He goes, I need to call you this week. You know, I was a really bad drunk and I'm sober now and I'd like to talk to you about it. And I said, I don't think you were that bad. Honestly, I didn't like, I'm thinking about him at his worst and I'm like, a lot of laughing, a lot of high-fiving, a lot of good times. And he goes, I was a really, really bad drunk. And I said, again, I don't think you were. I said, I think you were a pretty good drunk. And he goes, just trust me, I was bad. So he calls me. I said, all right, let's talk. And he's like, all that shit I said about you, you know, starting out as a comic when I was like, he doesn't have it, all that. And I'm like, well, this is all news to me.
Wow.
So it's one of the things where I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad you cleared your conscience. You ruined my day.
Yeah, right? Jesus. Now I need another one later about this.
Exactly. Well, the addict mentality, it's like, it's very good that you're getting sober, but like, let's also like people that are supportive of you, let's fucking be nice to them too. I'm supporting you, dude.
Yeah. Wow. That is wild. I know who this is, I think.
No, you don't.
Okay, okay.
Not a comic.
Wow.
And I will say this, he is a good guy. He meant well. But I told him, hey, I don't want to hear it. I like you. I accept you. That's kind of what I said to him. I'm good with it. And for the record, he said, like, I took advantage of you. And I said, I don't feel that you took advantage of me. I would tell you. Like, I'm pretty honest about that.
I gotta give kudos to you because I think a lot of people would get that kind of shit and run with it and milk it and like, oh yeah, keep it coming, baby. But you're like, no, you're fine. And you could have made that a whole bigger thing and made it about you, but you pushed on. I think that's noble.
Well, it's not about me. It's his fucking problem is the thing. So, I mean, when someone gets sober, I give you a lot of credit because that's not easy. And that's a whole thing. Like you've changed your life around, you know, and hey, there's a drinking show, but there's a show we respect sober people too, because that ain't easy.
Can't do it myself.
No, I don't think I could ever do it. And I like alcohol too much that I don't think I could ever become a full-on alcoholic because I enjoy drinking too much.
Exactly. You don't want to abuse it because you don't want to lose it.
I just love it. I loved it. It's funny. You ever just having like a bad day and you have a couple drinks and you're like, this is the perfect short-term solution.
Yes.
I feel good again.
Right. You just take the edge off. That's it. I don't need to get hammered. I just want to relax.
We talk about like beer goggles, how you like see a woman as hot, but you ever get like friend goggles?
Oh, dude, that's what a drinking buddy is. You know, you got your guy, you can barely stand the guy, and then you have a couple cocktails. You're like, oh, buddy, get in here. You give him a noogie. I love you, man.
And then you're like the next day sober trying to think of one positive characteristic, and you're like, can't do it.
Can't do it. That's a bit. Friend goggles is great. That's
friend goggles. True. Maybe that's a bit. What? Give me a peeve.
I would go as far. I think some people have relationship goggles. I knew guys in high school who would just get shit faced with their girlfriend, and after the booze wore off, they just start fighting again.
That's tough. Yeah, but that's a lot of young couples too. It's like you see, like, fuck, man. It's so often though those young people. That's why so many hot divorced chicks in their 30s and 40s, where you're like, all right, well, good. I'm glad he fucked up. Because now these like dating apps are going to be fun again, you know?
Right. Yeah,
and these women are fresh on the rebound. They've got a low bar because they were with a fucking douchebag. So all you have to do is show up and be decent. And they're like, oh my God, who are you?
Oh, nothing better than a woman who's been treated horribly. for us.
That was a good save.
Comparison wise, yeah. All right. I got two, one little one and one big one.
Yeah.
I'll go little and stop me if I brought this up before because it's just kills me every single time. And I had it today. I'm on the flight. You know, it's an early flight. It's like 10 a.m. or whatever the hell it is. I got the guy next to me, window shade open, sun beaming,
Ooh.
and he's sleeping in the sunshine. And I'm like, God, I got sunglasses on. I got the safety lecture laminated thing up the glasses to like try to block it. Close the fucking shade. Do you sleep at home with a desk lamp in your eye? Like, it's insane. It's so much light.
It's unacceptable. I think it's on a morning flight. That's a fucking dick move.
It's weird and
undeniable dick move.
It's undeniable, but I don't think he was trying to be a dick because I'm such a cunt. I sat down before the guy next to me. I was in the aisle and I went whoop, and I reached over and lowered it because I was like, it's 10 in the morning, sun's coming in. And then he came in, I got up, he got in his window seat. He was like, ooh, and he looked out. He's allowed to look out the window. He's got the window seat. But once you start snoozing, close it, baby.
Oh, it's careless. It's just not a thoughtful move. And I try to be a good passenger to people. I think it's important, like, you know, we're all in this together on a flight. Like you gotta be good to your neighbor. Like, come on. So that drives me fucking nuts, man. I'm also a big sleeper on morning flights, or not even a sleeper, but like a rester.
Yes, completely.
Do you bring a sleeping mask for the flights or no?
I used to, but I had it either packed in the bag's tucked away in the overhead, or I forgot it. But I was just like, so here's what I did. He starts conking out, and I just reached right over and put that puppy down.
And do you say anything?
He woke up and was like, later, and was like, what the hell? And I was like, it must have fallen. You know, these old planes. You never know.
That is, but you know what? That's, I think, fair. I think if you even explain to him like, hey, you were asleep, I was trying to sleep, I don't want to invade your space, you're in the fucking right, dude.
You're probably you're probably right. If I had said that, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But some people get weird. But hey, this is my space. You don't want the window shit. Then you should have sat by the window and been in control. Whatever it is. But yeah, I'm with you.
Some people fight for that armrest too. When you're like, hey man, I'm too old to fight you, but let's fucking be reasonable here. I don't like. I also don't like when you're with someone who's like huge in the seat next to you, so they just think they're entitled.
Right.
I'm like, hey man, I'm 6'3". I can't, like, you don't get to just squash me. I'm not a fucking dwarf here. I need some space. Sometimes they come into your area, and I just try to like put something there to make a divider.
Oh, nice. Well, here's my thing about weight, and this is where we'll piss off the chunkies out there. But I look at fat people almost like smokers. Like, yeah, you're allowed to do whatever you want, but now you're fat, or I'm getting secondhand fat now. Yeah, you know, because you're bringing that fat into my world. So just because you're huge, now I got to suffer.
Most of them are pretty cool, though. I do think it's an occasional thing, but I agree.
Yes,
man, like if you're going to come into my area, I get to use you as a pillow. That's how I see it. If we're dipping into each other's world, I'm fucking leaning on you. I've had the muscle bound dude. The muscle bound dude's worse than the fat dude.
That's worse.
The muscle bound dude is not even soft.
Right. He's a rock.
It's like trying to sleep on a fucking brick.
Yes.
I'll take the pillow over the brick.
Give me the pillow any day. Louis Katz used to have this great joke. He's like, I love fat chicks. I love fat chicks. It's all, their whole body is just tits. I used to love that joke. But yeah, I'm with you. If the guy's fat and he's allowing me to use it.
I'm guessing that bit did better with dudes in the crowd than women.
Yeah. But he's complimenting him.
Oh no, Louis is fucking funny, man. I remember remember that show at CB's when Louis, I told this story. So you and me were young comics in CB's in the back, and we're just like young guys drinking in the back, whispering, like, shooting the shit, gossiping. I remember Wayne Rada, running the club in the back, he would just turn to us and go during the show, shut the fuck up. And we would just be like, and then I'm so sorry. Shots for everybody. And it was like this abusive.
Yes, he was kind of bipolar-y, and he would snap and then apologize. And then that was a weird time.
He'd drag us in and like put his arm around both of us, and we'd all shoot shots. We're just like kids. We're like, what are we doing?
I know. Oh, yeah. We were just 24, 25, just there for the alcohol. And yeah, the place was the size of a postage stamp. And I bombed every time I was there. But
awful.
What else were we doing?
Remember when you another great one is when you were dealing with some heckler. He's heckling every comic on the show, and this guy wouldn't stop heckling you. And you like put him down enough ways. But it got to a point where you're like, all right, dude, like, what do you want? Yeah. And Luis Gomez gets in his fucking face and was like, you got a fucking problem, dude?
Yeah.
And the guy just like looks up like, what? And goes, you and me outside. I was like, is this fucking happening? I watched Luis like drag this dude outside in front of his girlfriend and just yell, pussy. And the guy's like, and he just keeps yelling, pussy, fight me in front of his date. And I'm just like, I am so glad this guy is on our side.
Right. I know, Jesus. He's not even angry. He just wants to fight somebody.
He also was like, he had that thing where he's like, you fucked with my boy. Like, you don't fuck with my boy. So I was like, I'm grateful to Lewis. That's hilarious.
Yeah, much respect. I still think about that. I appreciate that. Now, here's a CB's debacle I got into, and let me hear your angle, because I got yelled at for this, but I didn't think I was wrong.
Okay.
It's kind of a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment. So every night at CB's you performed, you got a free meal. That was like a big perk of the gig.
That was, I mean, Wayne, who would underpay us, would be like, he would like pocket the money that he was getting that he would take from us. And then he would be like, but you need to try the chicken Milanese. It has a champagne vinaigrette. It's one of the
And we're eating dollar slices. We're eating McDonald's. So we're like, oh my God, a ribeye or whatever it was.
I took a girl there on New Year's because of the free meal. I accepted. He fed her on New Year's.
Oh, it was that's nice.
The big deal. But it was like, that was a big deal. I'm like, free meal.
Yeah. All right. So something happened where I went to some show and I got a bunch of free food. So then I go to CB's and do a spot and they're like, you want a meal? I was like, no, I'm okay. I'll get it later. And they go, oh yeah, well, just let us know when you want the meal. So I do a spot. It's fun. I leave. 2 nights later, I come down and I go, hey, let me get that chicken paprikash. And they were like, oh, you're not on tonight. I was like, I know I was on 2 nights ago, but I never got my meal. And they were like, whoa. You only get a meal when you perform. And I was like, I did perform and I never got the meal. And now I'd like the meal. And they were like, no, that's crazy. And I'm like, I performed. The transaction is still the same. There's just a little bit of time in between.
Well, here's the argument for both sides. The argument for your side is, if you perform that night and you didn't collect your money, you still get to come back and get your money.
Oh,
but maybe the meal is only on the table for that one night.
Yeah.
The meal is almost like, it's like the argument is like, all right, some of these clubs let us drink for free, right? Do you drink for free on nights you're not performing? That's the question.
Right.
Some clubs will say yes if you work there enough, others won't. So that's right. I think the food beverage thing is different from the money, but if we're talking just purely money, you are in the right.
Okay, interesting. See, drinks is a little gray because it's multiple drinks. It's a vague amount of drink, but a meal is a meal. One meal. I don't know. So we got into it and I never got the meal.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if it was my place, I'd be like, yeah, have the meal. But I also get where they're coming. Here's their argument.
Yeah.
So some comic had to leave. What are we feeding, like 10 comics who didn't have the meal now?
Yeah. I guess I'm just a literal guy. I see performing, you get a meal. If I come back in 19 years, I still expect a meal. But
19 years is a bit steep. It's probably a different restaurant.
That's true. It's true. The city shut down.
I think it is a gray area. I don't think you're right, but I don't think you're wrong. I think I hear you, and I think you have a valid point, but I do get where they're coming from, and they're like, all right, well, you didn't take the meal. What do we like? We owe you for life now. Is there how long does this free meal really last in your mind?
That's the question. I should have gotten it in writing. Just a bar napkin. Hey, Wayne, you owe me one meal. You got it. Like in Dumb and Dumber, 350,000. Might want to hold on to that one.
What about, it was hilarious how he pocketed money because he was the most charming guy. I really did enjoy him. That was the funny thing is he knew how to fucking compliment you. He knew how to make you feel good.
Yeah, and we were so bankrupt of compliments or any success or anything. So any little compliment or nicety went a long way back then.
Well, like this guy managed Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
So like he knows talent. He managed Patrice,
And he had great it was like all the big guys there were guys. It was like Vecchione and Big J and Soder and Nate Bargatze. And I was like, man, this guy knows comedy.
Yeah, and I mean, Greer Barnes would work there. It was all funny people. He did have good Adrienne Ipalucci. He repped, who's brilliant joke writer. Check out her new album, Baby Skeleton. She's some of the best. Dude, she might have my favorite joke of like the last few years. Where
really?
She said, my boyfriend threatened to kill himself. And I was like, great. Now I can't kill myself or people are going to think we were in love.
Ah, that is genius level joke writing.
That's
Man.
like fucking that you're cramming. I love jokes that cram so much into one line.
Yes. That joke's got depth. Yeah, check out her album. She also did a Degenerates on Netflix, a half-hour thing or 20 minutes on Netflix. And it's so dark. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but they had to cut one of her jokes. So get the album so you can hear all of it.
Yeah, I mean, she really is unapologetic. I know people like use terms like that in comedy, but like she earned it. She's earned it. A lot of people, like, you see the hacky bullshit with like the caution tape over your mouth and the headshot, but like she's an edgy comic where like that's who she is. Like I've spent time with her, my friend. Like she really is dark but she's a good person. Like I love people like that who are like, their minds are dark, their jokes are dark, but you hang out with them and you're like, you're a good human being. Like she rules, man.
I tend to believe that a lot of the people who say the craziest shit on stage tend to be the nicest off stage, and flip that too. Look at Cosby, you know, if you're getting it out on stage in a comedic way and in an outlet that's silly, hey, we're on stage, we're doing crazy shit up here. It's almost healthier than doing it in real life.
That's a good point. It's not just comedy. It's almost like anything where you're like, I'm the sweet guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm the sweet guy in the show. I'm the musician who's abstinent, but then you're like, oh, this dude's into like fucking femdom, getting pegged and like fucking, banging kids and shit. And you're just like, oh, because he was hiding so much that he just had this dark side.
Yes.
But if you're like there was this famous quote, I think it's Gustave Flaubert, said, be violent in your art so you can be ordinary in your life. And that's kind of a cool way to live, I think, where you're like, all right, I'm getting it out. You know what I mean? So,
yes. I don't think Wes Craven is killing people. He nails it in the art.
Although John Carpenter went on a spree in the 80s. That was fucking.
But hey, look at Matt Lauer. The guy's sunshine and lollipops at 7 a.m. That's not healthy.
Yeah, but then at the same time, like, I think like Jimmy Fallon is that dude. I really do. Like, I think he is that. I think he's like, I think he is that nice upbeat guy for real.
Yeah, he's definitely a nice guy, but he likes the sauce. And I think
he's a drinker, but
that's how you cut it.
But Fallon is an old school entertainer. Like he is I'm going to sing and shit. I'm going to dance and shit. And I'm going to fucking get lit up on booze. Like that's how he's almost like a Dean Martin type of dude.
Right.
Where you're like, so I mean, yeah, I think that's cool too. I mean, look, I don't watch any late night. I'm not gonna. I mean, who watches late night anymore? Really?
I don't know. I think Fallon's wife, and that's about it. But no, I'm with you. It's a kind of a dying art, and especially the pandemic really was almost a nail in the coffin for it. So yeah, it's tough, but I respect it. I mean, when we did 1 million late night sets, and it's fun going to 30 Rock, it's fun putting a suit on.
So fun. We talked about the suit. The suit is only appropriate for like, you didn't wear a suit on the Conan, but you wear a suit on like Fallon, Colbert.
Yeah.
Do you wear it? Those are the only two?
That's it. Yeah. There's something about that Ed Sullivan Theater. There's something about the 30 Rock. It just feels old school, feels suity, feels a little more high end. Whereas Conan, you got your t-shirt on.
They always throw in, they'd appreciate it if you wore a suit.
Yes, exactly. And look, I hum and haw and I go, oh, these fucking suits, but I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looks good, man. It's cool. It's cool to have like one picture of us where we're in like a fucking tailored piece of clothing.
Yes, it's rare, but it's nice. You know what's the best is you get a shot of us at Joe List's wedding or something. We're all getting hammered in suits. That is my favorite photo.
We look cool in suits, and we're like, fuck, we would have been like cool businessmen.
Yeah, I know. A couple of madmen doing ad sales or some shit.
Fuck, madmen, dude.
Oh, that would be my dream if I didn't do comedy.
Just because it's creative still. You're still you're being creative, but you still get to get fucked up. It's close to comedy. Weirdly.
Right, it really is, yeah. And it involves pleasing people and all that, but it's still a little too much responsibility. But let me give you my my big pet peeve.
Please.
And this is an epidemic all over the world. So I'm going to say this, and people listening are going to go, shit, I feel seen, or whatever the kids are saying. But People are saying the word like too much. It's a problem. I was eating like buffalo wings the other day and they were like so hot. No, you were eating buffalo wings. You weren't eating like buffalo wings. Drives me nuts. Sometimes people
I
get
love it.
three or four into a sentence and it's so unnecessary and it hurts language. There's adjectives that can really spice up a sentence and you're saying this is like another word. It's like this or it's like that. Just say what it's like or what it is.
I love
drives
it.
me crazy.
It's not just like or whatever. It's like, so, okay, cool story. I got to send this to you. My history teacher in 6th grade was a slam poet and he was fucking
What?
hilarious. Like one of the funniest people. His name's Taylor Molly. T-A, how you spell Taylor, and then M-A-L-I. Really talented dude. He does slam poetry, but it's fucking like it's written like stand-up. It's like Carlin-esque type of like wordplay.
Yeah.
And he has a bit called like, I think the one that's really popular is called or like whatever. Where he mocks people who go, I miss people having confidence in what they're saying. So that's the whole thing he's mocking. And I totally agree because what happened to that? Like people used to, so he said his closing line of this rant is he goes, it's not enough to question authority. You need to speak with it as well.
Ooh. He's
very interesting. He's very cool. So he was a great teacher and he's also just an interesting guy. But I remember seeing that and being like, we didn't know he was this like kind of like Most Def is bringing him on stage and these things. We didn't know this. And he's like, I love this guy. It's hilarious. So yeah, he was a cool guy. So anyway, yeah, I'm with you, man.
It's in the vernacular now. It's part of the culture. And you got whatever. I would throw in is a big one. So I was watching,
I'm guilty of it.
No, you're watching something. Come on.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it, especially when I'm hungover. Here's what I'll do a lot is this what I do? I go, fucking
Yeah,
fucking,
I do that one too.
Is the alcoholic version of
Yeah, you just got to watch it around mom, Oh, see, I just did it. But yeah, you got to watch it around the folks with the fucking. But I talk to older people and it's kind of refreshing because they're not going, so I was eating these like cereal. You're like, you were eating cereal. There was no like.
I have a neighbor who will do one. He does this. He always goes, he sees me in the hallway and he goes, hey, have a good night, huh? I think the is kind of weird. It's like, huh? Like, well, why can't you just say have a good night?
Yeah. Colin Quinn's got that great joke where they answer the question for you. It's like, it's a pretty good day, right? You're like, I don't know. Yeah. How's your day going? Good? That was it. How's your day going? Good? Like, well, let me say how it's going. Don't answer it.
Yeah, we've gotten lazy in language. I mean, that's what it is. We're just very lazy in how we speak. And people speaking confidently is refreshing.
It's refreshing, and people speaking with just the right amount of good words and not kind of prolonging it because they can't think of good adjectives. It's so nice.
A storyteller who can't wrap it up. Someone who just takes a greedy. What if I did this for like 5 minutes? Someone who's just greedy with their language. Someone who's greedy with their language and like whatever.
Yep. Exactly.
Someone who's greedy with their language and can't wrap it up. Like use your word economy. Use your. I know.
Also, you'd think attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, so you'd think we'd be quicker with the shit getting it out, but it feels almost like we're taking longer.
We are taking longer. Yeah, our attention spans have gotten shorter, but our stories have gotten longer because we're getting dumber.
Hey, now that was a good sentence. You got it all in tightly. That was perfect. Attention spans are getting shorter. Stories are getting longer. We're getting dumber. Boom.
There is something about that where when you're with someone who can tell a story, it feels so good. When you just, you're like, oh, I can be around you.
Yeah. That's one great thing about hanging with comics is you can tell they've told the story a few times. It's got the beats. It's got the ending. It comes together. It's got it grips you in the beginning. Nothing worse than the guy who's got the story with no punch.
I love a workshop story. Some people are like, you fucking, oh, you've clearly told this to a bunch of people. Like, what are you working on? I'm like, give me the work done story.
Yes, I want the hits. Play the hits. I don't want your new stuff on the story front.
Yeah, I don't want to see fucking Journey work out new material.
Yeah.
What play Don't Stop Believing and get off the shave, all right?
Yeah, I don't want to. Don't stop like believing in things. Whatever, you know. Come on.
I got another good. I don't know if I complained about this pet peeve last week as well, but did I say this? The people that bail on plans but then text you, "Where are you? I'm meeting you right now." Did I give you that one last week?
No. What do you mean?
Well, people were like, "All right, let's tomorrow night I'll come over." You're like, "Yeah, sounds good. Come over tomorrow night." And then they're just like, they don't come. But then they're like, 2 days they text you, "Where are you? I'm meeting you right now." And you're like, "Wait, what?"
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
That makes me feel suffocated.
Like they think, hey, I blew off this one, but I'm making it up now. And you think, hey, you're making it up for you. I'm not ready. You never checked in on me.
Well, that's the tough thing about us is that like our dates are on websites and shit. So our friends, like we can't blow them off. They could find us.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Ah, that is tough. But sometimes you're just not up for a Zoom, but you can't really bail on a Zoom.
Tough to bail on a Zoom. Also tough to be late on a Zoom.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
If you're not there on the dot, you're kind of a dick.
Yeah, at least send a text like, "Hey, I'm running home. I'll be there in 2 minutes." Something. But yeah, just the straight up late is tough on a Zoom.
Oh, this is one. This is a good drinking one. People who don't accept that you won't take a shot with them.
Oh, that's a nightmare. I'm in my 30s here. Come on, I got a cocktail already. You want me to have liquor on top of liquor?
It's like, hey man, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking around. No, but people that don't accept it, and you say, hey, I'm already doing a drink. I'm a sipper. I'm a fucking adult. Adults sip, children shoot. Okay. You want to be a kid or do you want to be an adult? Choose a path and stick with it.
And this assumption that I want that. Dude, I bought you a shot. What the fuck? Yeah, but you didn't even ask me. What if I just bought you a dress? You gonna put that on? You didn't even ask me what I wanted.
I'll do the shot if you put the dress on. How about that?
There we go. Yeah.
You put on a blouse, I'll shoot Southern Comfort with you. Deal?
Yeah. What do you got on recommendation?
What do I have? The Blind Date was one. I gotta say, man, I rewatched. I watched. I've never seen the movie The Odd Couple. I've read the play, but I've never seen the movie. And our boy Salacuse gave me a ton of shit for it. So last night I figured, you know what? Let me late night watch this. It's terrific. It's Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, amazing writing. I mean, what I love about it, it's on Amazon, by the way, if you want to stream it.
Okay.
But what I love about it is like it's two guys who are down on their luck who just fucking bond. It starts in a kind of a dark place for Jack Lemmon, who is going to kill himself. So he checks into a hotel to kill himself because his wife leaves him. He tries to open the window and he pulls his back out, so he doesn't do it. So already, like, you've combined dark and comic, so I love that.
Love it.
He shows up after taking pills to the card game that Walter Matthau, and he lives in like an 8-bedroom on Central Park West, which is fucking amazing. Where you're like, he's like, I don't want to be alone. You're like, you fucking asshole. I love this. Playing his card. He lives in an 8-bedroom, but he's making all his friends like fucking ham sandwiches and like
cigars.
A refrigerator that doesn't work.
Right.
They're drinking warm beer. So Jack Lemmon comes by and they're like, he's gonna kill himself. We're scared he's gonna kill himself. He tells them he takes a whole bottle of pills. They call an ambulance. He goes, whoa, don't call an ambulance. He didn't say what kind of pills. It could have been vitamins. He could be the healthiest one of all of us. Great one-liners like that. It's a great movie. I loved it.
I mean, it's a classic so much. It's a Neil Simon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's this huge play, then a movie, and then it was a show for like 8 years. So and I think they've remade it since then. And,
I mean, every show is The Odd Couple,
and that's what I was gonna, every show it's a prototype for all these other shows. So that's when you know something's a real staple, when they just keep remaking it.
Yeah, I mean, Peep Show is one of my all-time favorite shows too. It's on Amazon, and it's basically The Odd Couple. It's like a nerdy history buff who works in accounting and the guy who wishes he was a musician. You know, if you haven't seen that, If you haven't seen that show, fucking watch it. It's
People keep recommending that to me, and I gotta watch it.
it might be it's probably top 5 comedies for me.
What?
For TV shows, I would say, yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm such a xenophobe. I'm like, accents blow me. You limey.
Dude, you might not laugh harder at a show ever. It's like,
wow.
It takes a minute, but it's like 9 seasons, but there's 6 episodes per season, and they're all killer.
All right. I'll check it out. By the way, speaking of Odd Couples, it's another 48 Hours, Rush Hour. Those are all basically just odd couples. The straight edge meets the wild card, black guy, Asian guy, whatever.
Trading Places.
Yes. Odd Couple.
Beverly Hills Cop, kind of Midnight Run.
Yes. Just Odd Couple in a police setting. That's all it is.
Two dudes who just don't get along. Yeah, you're right. It's the prototype.
There you go. All right, good rec. I saw that when I was younger, but I got to rewatch it. I used to love the show, so I'm on a good call. Yeah, and plus those Simon, Lemon, Mathau, you can't go wrong.
They're so good. If you haven't seen another great Lemon movie, is everyone I'm sure has seen this, but The Apartment is
yeah,
fucking Fred McMurray, Jack Lemmon, perfect, brilliant movie.
Great movie. All right, here's my rec, and this is a weird one. I don't know if you caught it yet, but I'm going to say the first half of the Patrice doc is lights out. It's about an hour long, but the first half, I was tearing up. It's so good.
Where do you watch it?
Well, you know me, I got my shady little deal there with the television set. I'm not going to get into it because I got in trouble. But I watched it on that, and they have so much footage of him starting out. He's this fat, big guy in Boston, and he's a nobody, and he's got notes on stage, and his ideas are brilliant. Even though it's new and he's working it out and he's green, you're like, oh, you got the best. You got a great head for comedy. You got a great mind. And just seeing him move to New York, and he's humble in the beginning. He's not a cunty dick like he is, in regular time. And there's one point where Keith Robinson goes, I showed Patrice Boston Comedy Club, and it was Attell, it was Chappelle, it was Louis, it was all these killers, Kevin Brennan. And he goes, I can't go on, I'm not ready yet. And he had to leave and go try get better and then come back.
Wow.
So just all that cool stuff. And it made you see comedy for how we used to see it. Because now comedy's gotten so oversaturated, and these horrific Netflix specials, and who's got heat, and who's the it guy or the it gal. And it was just funny for funny's sake, who had the best bit, who had the good observation, who had the best takes. And it brought me back, and it was beautiful.
That is so cool. I got to watch it. I'll watch it tonight. I mean, the idea of striving for greatness is what Patrice was doing. I mean, if you haven't seen Elephant in the Room, his Comedy Central hour, I think it's one of the best hour specials of all time. I mean,
amazing.
He was so good. He does a thing that I love where he would like bait you with a provocative setup and still surprise you. I mean, the kidnapped white girl bit. I mean, like every bit, the bit about the dogs, I mean, like, yeah, he really just fucking ruled. And I won't even try to retell his bits because no one tells him like him.
Right.
But
yeah,
I gotta watch it.
But so much has changed. We're like, now I'll be writing a joke about a black guy, and I'll just make him a Jew in the joke because I'm like, I don't want to deal with the groans or the. So I end up trashing Jews at half my act because I'm like, well, this was about a Puerto Rican or an Indian, and everybody's fine with Jew.
And you just know I'll come to your fucking rescue if shit goes bad. Is that what it is?
I just know because I guess you guys are doing so well that people are they can take a joke. They're strong.
No, I don't think so. I mean, like there was a whole thing about Che got shit.
That's
last
true.
week, so I started looking into it, and of course it's fucking ludicrous. Of course it's like an inoffensive joke that our buddy Che told, who's so fucking like
it was so innocuous. I watched it over and over,
and so just silly, and like Che is such a fucking sweetheart. It's so weird that people and he's also a fucking brilliant comic. I mean, he really is.
Great comic.
He's one of the funniest people. I know.
I think it's a great sign that a week ago the right hated him or the left hated him, and then a week later the right hates him. That's what you should be doing as a comic. You should just be pushing buttons all over the place, not biased.
It's a good point. I mean, like Bill Maher is constantly in shit, and I like a lot of what he says, man.
I love it.
I mean, I'll say this about Bill Maher too: love him or hate him. there is not a human being who has a more diverse group of guests in terms of their views.
Great point.
I don't think anyone on TV, like MSNBC has their mission where they're like, everything's going to be this. Fox News has their mission where everything's going to be this. And Bill Maher's like, yeah, he leans liberal for sure, but he pisses off liberals more than anybody.
I know.
And he has, I think people were pissy and Megyn Kelly on. I was like, I listened to their talk. I thought it was pretty reasonable. So
I agree.
I think a lot of outrage is like currency now. Outrage is,
completely.
and I think Bill Maher, I think his show is great. I really do.
It's not only great, and I must sound like a pretentious cunt, but it's important because if we don't have, they give him shit for having Megyn Kelly on, but don't you want to hear if she's the enemy? Why wouldn't you want to get the ammo? Let's hear what the enemy has to say or whatever it is.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. We're
closed-minded.
I think more shows need to kind of have less of an agenda.
Yes.
And more of a show, because I think you learn more about not just that, but about yourself, where you're like, oh, this is actually like a more, I hate using the word safe, but like if you have a conservative on MSNBC, they're only having that person on to like sell the talking points that they want to sell. Those are like pre-approved questions, right?
Yep.
Same goes for Fox News. If you have like the Fox News liberal. So it's like, when this is HBO, which obviously is a fucking liberal, network. I mean, look at what they're making. But I mean, Bill Maher kind of has the guests that he wants. So it's it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool that show exists. And
I completely agree.
I see people trying to drag him on social media, and I think it's,
it's unfair and it's wrong. I mean, let the guy do his thing, and you're still watching. I hate these people like, oh, well, can you believe you had this guest? I got to see what he's got to say. Well, then you can't shit on it if you're going to watch it.
I also think it's kind of interesting. Like he had Milo Yiannopoulos on when Milo had all that heat. And like, guess what, man? Sometimes you have those guests on and they fizzle out. And that dude, like he fizzled out, like
let him make an ass.
People are like, to give this person a platform. I think sometimes exposing people is not having much to back up, their ideology. If you have them on, it is kind of good. I think it's kind of nice to
let them hang themselves.
I'm a little buzzed right now, so I'm not as articulate as I was an hour ago, but
no, I completely agree. It's almost like when you get heckled and you kind of just pause and let the guy dig his own grave, and you barely have to do anything. It's the same thing. I'm not welcoming hecklers. I'm not approving of it. I'm just letting the guy hang himself with his own rope.
That's a good point. Isn't it great when you just have to repeat what they say and keep teeing it up, and then you just get that one hit and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, nothing better than when they say a line back to you and it gets nothing, and you go, "It's not that easy, is it?" Yeah, you're not that funny. I've been killing for 45 minutes. You can't even get one line out. You fucking coos.
Coos is a good one. What? Give me a. Do you have any bits you're working on?
Oh yeah, I got a couple. Had a fun, productive weekend. Let me see. Here we go. This one's all over the road, but maybe you can put it together.
I get the same one, so
okay,
so we'll help each other.
So everybody always says, "Oh, men, they don't like an opinionated woman. Men hate an opinionated woman." And I'm like, I completely disagree. There's nothing worse than a woman with no opinion. Where should we eat? I don't know. What kind of food do you like? I don't care. Whatever you like. And you're like, give me an opinion. And then the joke is, even if a woman's like, hey, is it just me or do Chinese people smell different? I'm like, you're a keeper. It's such a crazy opinion. I'm like, this is interesting. At least we can bounce ideas off of each other. I want an opinion. There's nothing worse to me than no opinion.
Maybe the angle is that like an opinion's good when the opinion goes too. Maybe I think it's funnier if like she's got good opinions at first, and that's the third, and where you're like, all right, never mind. Like you want opinions to a degree.
Yeah, they still have to be good opinions.
I remember when
Goodfellas sucks. You're like, wait, what?
Exactly. Like opinions good, but you want the opinions to line up at some point where you're like, she's like, fuck, like feminist, that's opinionated. I love an opinion, but then what if it turns into like feminists where you're like, all right, I think women deserve equal rights. Of course. I think men are fucking trash. Like, all right, calm down a second.
Right. And then they go, oh, you don't like an opinion of a woman. Well, no, I just don't like that opinion. Yeah, maybe there's nothing here.
No, hold on. There is something here.
Okay.
An opinionated woman. I like an opinionated woman.
To a point?
To a point,
It depends on the opinion, I guess.
Yeah, I think, hey, if your opinions aren't awful, you think I want to go out with a bore? I'd rather in a bit, but then maybe you're like, maybe the angle of the turn is, I'll take even like horrible opinions though.
Yes.
Over no opinions, because at least horrible opinions, I'm engaged.
Yes, that's kind of what I was trying to get at with the Chinese smelling thing.
So maybe before you go, she says nothing. You're just like, all right, I don't know what to say, and then she says that, and you go, you're a fucking idiot. And you're like, well, at least I'm getting a reaction with this.
yeah, exactly. At least you have some thoughts here.
Yeah, when you go out with someone and they keep saying dumb shit, where you're like, yeah, well, at least you're moving things forward.
Right.
Here's why I like strong opinions. I know I can get out sooner. If you're giving me no opinions, I'm dating this girl for 3 months until she finally says something stupid. I'm like, fuck, I could have left 3 months ago if you'd only opened your mouth.
Interesting. Yeah, I get to know you more. Even if it's horrible, at least I know what I'm dealing with.
Yes.
That's good. All right.
I think strong opinions on a first date are great.
Great.
Because I know who you are.
Right. Even if it's bad, I still want to know. It's almost like when, like my friend of mine, he's a black guy. He's like, everybody hates rebel flags. I like when a guy's got a rebel flag, because at least I know he's racist.
Right?
I'd rather know.
Roy Wood, right?
Is that Roy Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Roy Wood had a bit about, like, now we can't tell. That's a fucking great Roy Wood bit. So
Yeah,
anyway, he's a beast. But anyway, yeah, I mean, to me, that's kind of like everyone's on their best behavior on the first date. And it almost sets us back. It's like, fuck, I bought 4 more dinners before finding out you're fucking, a lunatic. It's terrible.
Yeah.
That was an extra $800, you bitch. You fucking tricked me.
I'm 6 months in. I just found out you think the moon landing's fake. Yeah, you should have told me that the first night. I would have fell in love with you. All right. That's something. Okay. Thank you. That helps, because that tightens it up a little bit. Mine was a little loosey-goosey.
No, there's something there for sure. I had this angle about, so there's like a mass shooting years ago in Georgia that didn't happen because this kid came in with 500 rounds, an AK-47, whatever, and he shows up, whatever. I said it again. He shows up, and the teacher stops him, and she goes, "What are you doing?" And the line I said was, she probably knew, but she was an icebreaker, Yeah. And he said, "No one loves me." So she said, "I love you," and I love you.
Yeah.
And this fucking idiot kid believed her, thank God. And he gets arrested and didn't kill anybody. So my angle is like, she stopped the mass shooting, but some women issues were definitely born on that day. You know what I mean? Like he's sitting in a jail cell, like, she fucking lied to me. I thought she loved me,
Yes.
So I don't know where to go quite yet. One of my thoughts was like, that's going to be much tougher to pull that at the reunion.
Reunion?
The high school reunion.
Oh.
He goes back and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "No one loves me." And she's like, and he goes, No, I'm not falling for that shit again. Don't try to pull that. And she's like, "This time," and he's like, "I've been burned before." And she's like, "All right, I don't know quite where to go with it, but like,
I love you is like a grenade. You only get one. And so if he comes back, yeah, she's screwed. Luckily, he's in jail for life. But it also kind of proves that lying can save your ass. I mean, maybe if there's a woman out there whose husband is abusive and he's like, "You think I got a small dick?" She's like, "No, you got a huge dick." And he's like, "All right, I won't hit you." I don't know, something where lying can save the day. We're taught not to lie all day long, but it can save you.
I think lying when the other person's holding a gun is acceptable.
Yeah, here you go.
If they're holding a gun, you could whatever it takes to get out of that gun situation.
Yeah.
Also, like, man, a lot of kids who are doing that shit, like young women, tell a guy you love him because they're the ones fucking shooting that shit up. Tell a guy you love him. If a guy is pissed about fucking heartbreak, he's not going to shoot up the whole school. This is because no one loves him. He's shooting up everyone. I don't know where to go with this, but there's something here for sure, right? I mean,
there's definitely something here. And I mean, we've all done it with our girlfriend. She's like, do I look fat in this? And you're like, if you tell the truth, you'll get stabbed. So I'm protecting my ass. You got to lie sometimes. I think that's just the nature of life.
I think, yeah, women say they want honesty at all times. Try being honest about everything and you will get killed. You have to fucking soften it, pour some fucking water in it, dilute it a little bit. Like,
I mean, how many times has a woman got like, I've seen I've seen my friend and he's got a girlfriend and she's like, do I look good in this, honey? And he's like, you always look good, babe. And she goes, that's a good guy. He knows just what to say. Like, he clearly lied and you're happy about it. I think it's almost a man with a gun is the same reasoning as a lady all the time. You know, it's life or death all the time with a guy with a gun and a woman looking for a compliment. It's the same situation.
That's interesting.
You have to always just go with the lie, whether it's a lady or a guy with a gun. A guy with a gun and a woman are the same.
Yeah, either way, you're fucking finished.
Yeah, either way, you're finished. Either way, you're dead.
All right.
That's funny.
This has been a fucking hot ep. Again, I'm loving these, dude. We're killing these. I'm having a great. I hope we're doing well. I feel like, I might be not in my most coherent sense.
Same. That Lagavulin goes right to the noggin.
But this is fun, man.
Oh, we forgot to do the ad.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right, let's do an ad real quick. I mean,
Eric.
I can't. I'm pumped for this ad right here. Blue Chew.
Yeah.
Blue Chew. We Might Be Drunk is brought to you by Blue Chew. Get more confidence in the bedroom. Blue Chew offers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but it's chewable. Yeah, if you don't like swallowing pills, this is for you. It works fast. Take it day or night, and you'll save a ton of money compared to the name brands. Blue Chew is the best thing on the internet. I know you've heard of this, guys. An online prescription service. That means no doctor's office, no wait in line. Take a licensed medical provider to get your prescriptions all online. Everything Blue Chew prescribed ships right to your door in a discreet package, right? Special offer just for you drunks. Visit bluechew.com and get your first shipment for free when you use the promo code DRINK. That's not drunk, that's drink. All right.
Yes.
Just $5 shipping. Again, that's bluechew.com, promo code DRINK for free tonight.
Yeah, let me just riff on Blue Chew. I got a package in the mail. It was $5. They sent it right to your house. The discreet packaging. It was so good. I tried it out. It works like a charm. I loved it. I'm almost nervous about it because it works so well that you just don't want to rely on it. But I mean, hey, if you think you need it, get it, because it is good stuff. It works, and you'll never let anyone down again, man or woman. So. Yeah, it works. So don't take it in a funeral or something because you'll be screwed. But it's good stuff. I can vouch.
If you want to fucking bring the heat, if you want to impress a woman, take some Blue Chew.
Yes, here. All right, good stuff. I will see you next week, baby. I can't wait to see what you're sipping on then.
Can't wait. And listen to our Patreon at patreon.com/WeMightBeDrunkPod. Email us at WeMightBeDrunkPod@gmail.com with your pet peeves. If you want to hit us with a joke, a drink, if you just want to hit us with anything, we'll talk about it. And and give us 5 stars on iTunes.
Yeah, we're on iTunes, Spotify, you name it. So tell a friend, spread the word, and keep drinking unless you're sober.